right, welcome in, hockey fans. College Hockey Southwest Weekly. It's summertime. It's 8, 9 degrees outside. Coach Powers is still working as hard as he ever does. So, Coach, first of all, thanks for bringing us in and letting us chat a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to see you. It's been a few months.
You know, it gets crazy, right? The season goes and goes and goes, and then all of a sudden the off season comes. And I don't know if you expected this or not, but wow, what an off season you guys are having.
Well, yeah. I mean, off seasons. I tell everybody it's way more hectic than the in season for me personally, because it's most importantly my time to catch up and spend time with my family, and be there for my two kids and my wife when I can. So doing that and managing that obviously in the off season is time consuming, but most important to me. And then all the recruiting, all the different fundraising trips that the athletic department wants you to go on. So it's sporadic. There's no set schedule. Where in season, at least I know where I'm going to be every day.
Right.
And there's routine and I'm with my team. So, but it's been fun. And then this one in particular has been tough because we're cutting our normal summer a month short because we're going, our trip to China. So it's compressed into a month shorter of a time period. So it's been hectic.
All right, we'll talk about China in a little bit. Let's first talk a little bit about this past season. I mean, I know you expected a lot out of your guys. I don't know that you, though, even expected to be where you were in April and playing in a regional tournament in the NCAA.
No. I mean, we didn't. We thought that this coming year we would have the year that we had last year.
Right.
So it came about a year early for us, and internally that's what we thought. We didn't ever really talk about that publicly or let anybody know that, but and I think if we did, people would have thought we were nuts.
Right.
But it came a year early, and it's a credit to our players. They bought in from day one. We had unbelievable leadership, and the freshmen were just so good. They were so good on and off the ice from day one that it just came together for us.
So when you look back to last season and then you look forward to this season, is this group of freshmen that you're bringing in, A, are they as good as the group that was just here, and B, are the guys that are freshmen now sophomores ready to take that next step, do you think?
I think both. I think obviously the biggest key our freshmen last year played was culturally.
Right.
And I said it a few times during the year. What was different about that class last year was a lot of those kids were committed to us for some of them 3.5 years.
Right.
So they went through all the pitfalls from afar and the building from afar that we were going through as a program. They chose to stick with us and stay loyal to being a Sun Devil and saw the upside of coming to Arizona State to play hockey. And so they came in fully respecting everything that those guys in the locker room before them had established and all the adversity that they went through. And they came in and just embraced it and added to it. And there was a level of cohesiveness that we had never had before because of that. And we hit the ground running. And so then you talk about on the ice, all the contributions that the kids like Josh Maniscalco, who run our Rookie of the Year, made, and Demetrius and Jordan Sandu, and the big goals PJ Morocco scored for us. And then some of the great moments Austin Lemieux had. And I'm probably forgetting a couple guys, but those guys were huge contributors to our success. And I know the summers, they've all had really good summers. They've all Demetrius has put on 15 pounds of muscle. And a lot of people up in Calgary said he was the best player at their development camp. So I think he's going to have a big breakout year for us. They all are going to have big roles and be major contributors. And then you scale it back to this incoming freshman class. I do believe that on the ice they have the ability to probably make the biggest impact right away. The two defensemen we're bringing in, Judson and Semick, are just really good. They're really good. They give us what we have a top 8. Our top 6 is just, it's deep.
Right.
Like we have a D core that's completely built. And then up front, 2 experienced guys, James Sanchez and Willie Nierim. They both have 2 years of college hockey under their belt. I think if you ask them or people close to them, when Willie went to Miami and James went to Michigan, they weren't ready. They were just too young. They should have played more junior, but they went in as essentially true freshmen, and they weren't ready. And then they went to Dubuque last year, had huge years, and now they are ready. They're ready for college hockey. They're hungry. They're motivated. They're confident. They want to help us improve on our year from last year. So 2 guys bringing in as juniors that can make impacts right away. And then I talked about our freshman D, and then the freshman up front, Jax Murray, he had an off-season surgery, so we're hoping he'll be healthy by the time we start with our home opener. But he's a 20-year-old that can play up and down the lineup. And then obviously Logan Genuine, who he scored 60 goals, and in a tough league to score goals, and you can't fluke your way to that kind of goal total. So Logan's an older kid that can come in and make an impact as well. Justin Robbins in net and Max Prodzik, they're going to battle it out with Evan. Justin almost won a Clark Cup in Chicago in the USHL, and then Max obviously is a really high-end kid that just didn't get opportunity at BU playing behind a top 10 pick in Jake Ottinger. So we're excited about him, and we're really excited about Evan DeBrouwer. But and then Carson Briere, who's coming here to redshirt,
right.
And because there's some academic stuff that he had going on, but and he's just an exceptional player. So we love what we have. We think it's our best team, hands down, by far, that we've had, and so it's just a focus on making sure that from a cultural standpoint, we have a great locker room, and we'll have the ability and the talent to have a better season than we did last year.
All right, let's wrap up last year with the bittersweetness of Joey Decord. It's obviously bittersweet when you see one of your players go into the NHL and leave the program, but a little bitter in the part that you don't have him for one more year, which is tough. But talk a little bit about Joey and what he's meant to your program, like you've told us many times before.
Yeah, and I'll be completely honest. For me, it's not bittersweet at all. Like, it really isn't. Like, to see what that kid went through with us. I mean, his first college start at Notre Dame, he let in 9 goals.
Right.
And 2 years later, he's playing in the NHL. Like, that's a great story.
Yeah.
He had options, and he came here to accomplish what he accomplished. Would he have liked to gotten further? Absolutely. But his maturity and mentally, the way he developed over the course of his 3 years here was really fun to watch. And we're proud of him. We're happy for him. Ottawa has 6 goalies under contract, so he's got a fight in front of him to make it to the highest point that he can make it this year. But he's ready for it. He's been through a lot of. We just had this conversation about a week ago, Joe and I. With all the adversity he went through here, it's going to make that feel easy. And he's ready for that challenge, and we supported him. I knew probably by about January that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
And so we planned for it. We were prepared for it. If he came back, I wouldn't have complained, and
right.
We would have welcomed him with open arms. But we're all now Joey Decord fans.